Hey, it's Andrew, TechRaptor, maybe Travis if he decides to join us. I'm here with Chris. We're talking Dauntless. I just got a chance to play it. We'll have our preview up at some point. So we know Dauntless is all about the bosses, the monsters that you team up and fight. How does progression with the gear work?
Right, so you got to fight the behemoths out on the islands. At the end, when we were victorious, which we were, that was awesome. You get to break parts off the behemoths. You get to gather on the islands. There's materials that you're going to put together. Bring those back to the city hub, Ramsgate. Visit the armor and weaponsmiths. Be able to make new weapons and new armor based on the behemoths or other elements that you find in the game. With different powers, different abilities. Hopefully, always increasing in power to be able to take on the next challenge.
So I know you've heard it a billion times by now, but very similar to Monster Hunter, right?
Oh, we're definitely an action RPG in the hunting genre. It's all about big bosses. Absolutely.
So what's different about Dauntless than Monster Hunter?
Well, we're in closed beta right now, and I haven't seen a lot of the Monster Hunter guides, so I don't know that there's necessarily a fair comparison. I haven't seen their full game. I know that we are focused on kind of increased challenges of behemoths and of our fights. You played Nazaga here as well. Mechanically complex, more akin to a raid boss than anything else. Yeah. We're trying to provide that level of challenge to players as they progress through the game. We also like to focus on our social hub. It's a very social game. Our city hub is a shared experience. We can have a couple dozen players in there at one time. They can see each other's armor, they can talk, they can group up, they can join guilds, go out on hunts as well. So really want to focus in on that ramping challenge, multiple layers of challenge for players, while kind of maintaining that same awesome hunting feel.
So are there going to be like servers? Is there going to be like certain server identities? You're talking about guilds, or is that kind of pervasive across the game?
It's kind of, every one of our cities is kind of instanced, but so that we can have a maximum number of players on those. If you join any city, but you can go across city for friends. If you have a group of friends you want to play with, invite them. You'll all join the same group. You'll go to an island together, then you'll all come back to the same city, so you can be in the same social space.
And I'm assuming not everybody's going to have 3 people to play all the time. Can you just get random strangers, say, hey, you want to come fight whatever?
Oh yeah, if you want to LFG in the city, if you're looking for a particular group for a hunt, throw that into the chat. We have like city chats, party chats, guild chats. If you're going to make some new friends, just randomly matchmake. I want to go on this hunt. We have a matchmaking system. You'll get paired up with some more people around your kind of skill level and gear level, more importantly, and then go out and, you know what, keep that party together. Just keep hunting.
Yeah. And so the different behemoths, they're kind of, you can play them with, you don't always have to have 4 people, right?
No, we do. You can go 1, 2, 3, or 4. Some behemoths mechanically are very challenging if you're trying to solo, but we really want to focus on the co-op experience. Yeah. Phoenix Labs, we wanted to make a game that we wanted to play and wanted to play with our friends, so the co-op core is really fundamental to Dauntless.
Okay, about how many, when you guys are done with the game, how many behemoths are you aiming for?
Well, I'll just say that we're never going to be done with this game, hopefully.
That was my next thing. Is it just going to be, we're constantly going to see new ones, it seems?
Absolutely. Like we're PC free to play, and we want to just keep adding new content, listening to our community, expanding it out, new behemoths, new weapons, new islands, new strategies required, kind of make this game live for as long as we can. So around the original question around behemoths, right now I would say that we have 19 distinct experiences in our closed beta, and we're going to be adding more to those by, I don't know, I want you to come join the closed beta and come find out what we got.
I probably will.
Excellent.
I'm sure I will now.
Yeah, there's a lot of content there.
Yeah. So, so how's the free-to-play going to work? How's keeping you guys funding? What's that going to look like?
Totally. I'll say right off the bat, we are morally opposed and fundamentally opposed to pay to win. We want players to kind of earn their legend, as we say. How you are perceived in the game and the armor that you are wearing is very important to have that be from what players have done in the game. Now we will be adding, and so our monetization will focus on vanity for the most part. We want to make sure that players have an opportunity to really customize their look, whether it be dyes or transmogs, banners, flares, all of that stuff. Make players really feel like they have a sense of identity in the game.
So are behemoths going to be like DLC later on, or those everybody gets those whenever new ones come out in the future?
For right now, we're planning to make all that stuff available to players as we roll it into our game. And we're just going to do that live. So,
all right, cool. I always like to ask devs when I'm talking to them, what's the part of the game you're most excited for people to see?
Oh man, what's been most exciting for me is, like, especially on the show floor when people find a new behemoth or a new mechanic, listening to those little squeals of delight or panic as they encounter them. Something unexpected happens, or they find that I love meeting and exceeding players' expectations. They may come in with a certain preconception about what a new game in the hunting genre will be like, but we kind of blow their minds a little bit with the amount of variety of experience that we have and the high fidelity of our combat. So,
and this just came to me as I'm watching people play. It seems that the one that we fought and won, it took about 20 minutes. Is that a kind of a goal you guys were setting? We were looking about 20 minutes per?
Yeah, I mean, the whole island experience, we want it to be kind of shorter and session-based. Where players can go, they can gather, they can explore a little bit, they can fight and defeat a behemoth, or maybe not, and then come back and regroup and be able to kind of re-engage in maybe a different direction that they want to go. So some encounters will be shorter, some will be longer, but again, you can always master those as you progress and get better weapons, better gear, bring that time down, and we see that already in patterns of players.
I was just curious because I remember back in the old days, wow, like a 20-minute fight was like exhausting, and so, but it keeps you really engaged when you're playing Dauntless, and it was pretty great.
Awesome, yeah. If it doesn't feel like 20 minutes, or if you're sweating after 20 minutes.
No, when we went through both of ours, I was like, that first one I was like, that was 20 minutes, and then I'm sure the second one was probably about that time too. It was great.
Yeah, we want players to work together and have a high level of engagement. We want to, like, part of the design is, of course, when the behemoth flees, that we give the players a little breather, a little space to heal up, take a deep breath, and then get right back to the fight.
So right now, 4 classes. Is there any, or are there more?
So we don't have a class system in the game.
I mean the weapons.
Right. So we're working on a 5th unannounced, and we've got some ideas for a 6th one. We're going to continually keep developing. And what's really fun is that we get, because we're a free-to-play game, we're a small team, we're super agile, we can really listen to what the community wants, what we think would be awesome for our game, and make those things. So
that's always cool to hear, because not that some devs don't listen, but it's really cool that you have a community that provides really good feedback, because sometimes you kind of don't luck out, and so the community around Dauntless has been pretty helpful then.
Oh, it's one of the best things about our game is we try to provide transparency and engagement to our community about what we're doing, what we have for plans for the future. It really lets them give us honest feedback as well, and we get a high level of not only detail, but kind of like really honest and good feedback from them, which is really refreshing.
Anything else you want them to know?
I would love for people to come, sign up for the closed beta at playdauntless.com. Come in, say hi, join some hunts, and come and engage with us on our forums, on our Discord. The devs are in there all the time. Yeah, drop by, say hi.
All right, well, thank you, Chris. This is Andrew talking Dauntless again.
Awesome, thanks very much.